Welcome everyone to a new episode of polynomial series, and in this video we will learn how to find the value of polynomials at a given point, verifying zeros of a polynomial and finding zeros of a polynomial. If you haven't seen my previous video where we have discussed basic concepts of polynomials, you can click on the I button which is flashing on the top right side of your screen. So let's get started with our first point, how to find the value of a polynomial at a given point. For example, your polynomial which is in terms of x is given as 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. Now you need to find the value of this polynomial at 2, where x is equal to 2. Now compare this p of 2 and p of x. That means you need to replace x by 2. So replace it 5, and every time when you are substituting any value, put it in bracket. Minus 2 square plus 3 into 2 minus 2. Wherever you find exponents, try to solve it at first place. So 5 as it is, 2 raised to the power 3, that means 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8, minus this 2 as it is, 2 raised to the power 2, that is 4. You can solve it directly, minus 2. 8 into 5, 40, minus 8 plus 6 minus 2. If you want, you can rearrange it, all the positive together, negative together. 40 plus 6 minus 8 minus 2. So 40 plus 6, that is 46. Same signs results into addition. Different signs result into subtraction. Here also 8 and 2 both negative. So same sign addition. This will give you negative 10. 46 positive, 10 negative, hence subtraction will take place and the result is 36. So what is the value of this polynomial at 2 is 36. So that is how we can calculate value of any polynomial at any given point. Our next thing is zeros. Now, what do you mean by zero? So, whenever you are substituting any value in place of x and the final result of p of x is equal to 0, then only we can say that particular value is the zero of that polynomial. So, we can say it as zeros, we can say it as solution, or we can say it as root of the polynomial. Right? Now, how to check whether the given value is the zero or not? Let's do it with the help of example. Polynomial is given as 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 6. Same example. You need to check which one is the root, or you can say zero, of this polynomial. So how we will check it? We will substitute in place of x. If the final answer comes out to be 0, then it is a solution or root or zeros, otherwise it is not. Let's do it one by one. First, substitute negative 1 in place of x. 5 negative 1 raised to the power 3, 2 negative 1 raised to the power 2, 3 negative 1 negative 6. 5 odd exponents, so result will be negative. Positive result, why? Because exponent is even. So 2 into 1, positive negative, negative, and 6 as it is, negative 5, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 6. All are negative numbers, hence you can add all. 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, negative 16. That means our P of negative 1 is negative 16, which means not a solution. Let's do it for other. When x is equal to 1, 5, 1 raised to the power 3, 2, 1 raised to the power 2, plus 3 into 1 minus 6. 1 raised to the power anything will give you 1 only, so I am writing it directly. 5, negative 2, plus 3, negative 6. I am writing positive things together, then negative things together. 5 plus 3, 8, negative 2, negative 6, negative 8, which will give you 0. Since your result is 0, which means yes, it is a solution, it is a root, or it is a 0 of the given polynomial. Before moving to our third concept, which is finding zeros, उससे पहले हम एक बहुत important चीज समझ लेते हैं, that can we say factors are also zeros, roots, or solution? Now go back to the definition of factors. Factors क्या थे? Can I say 2 is a factor of 24? If you divide 24 by 2, your result will come out to be 0. That means there will be no remainder, right? That means at the end you are again getting 0 as a result. So can we say zeros, roots and solution are also called as factors? Right. Now how to find zeros of the polynomial? हम decide कैसे करेंगे कि particular polynomial के कितने zeros हैं? We can decide with the help of the degree of the polynomial. जितनी भी degree होगी polynomial की, that many zeros are possible for that particular polynomial. Now in this, degree is 3, which means there should be 3 solutions for this particular polynomial. Now what is the basic thing to apply? Randomly हम कोई भी number उठा के नहीं करेंगे. We will multiply this constant term and the degree coefficient. Degree coefficient and constant को आप multiply करो, find the product. उसके जितने भी factors होंगे, here 120 is the product, so इसके जितने भी factors possible हैं, all are. Now what is the basic thing to apply? Randomly हम कोई भी number उठा के नहीं करेंगे. We will multiply this constant term and the degree coefficient. Degree coefficient and constant को आप multiply करो, find the product. उसके जितने भी factors होंगे, here 120 is the product, so इसके जितने भी factors possible हैं, all are possible roots of this polynomial. Okay, so I am starting with 1. P of 1. Let's try hit and trial method. 1 cube minus 23x square plus 142 into 1 minus 120. Minus 23 plus 142 negative 120. Write all the positive terms together, negative terms together. Negative 23 and negative 120. This will give you 143 minus this will also give you 143. Hence, the result is 0. So, we can say by substituting 1 in place of x, our P of x becomes 0. नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, अगर हमारे पास कोई कांस्टेंट नंबर है तो उसके फैक्टर्स भी कांस्टेंट आएंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल 24 के फैक्टर्स सारे नंबर्स में होंगे 2, 1, 3, 4 and so on. But whenever we have polynomial in terms of x or in terms of y, तो उसका जीरो भी उसी वेरिएबल की फॉर्म में होगा. नाउ दिस वेरिएबल is x, this polynomial is in the form of x, that means its zero will also be in form of x. Now with the help of x is equal to 1, this polynomial becomes 0. So what we will do, we will send this 1 to the other side. X minus 1 is equal to 0, and this is our factor. Now x minus is one of the factor. Next thing what you can do, divide this given polynomial with x minus 1 with proper long division. X cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. What is the way of writing this polynomial? We will write it in descending order of x in terms of exponent. So you can check here 3, 2, 1 and there is no exponent. X minus 1. Concentrate on first term of both dividend as well as divisor. So here is x cube, here is x. We need 2 more x. So multiply it with x square. Minus 1 into x square is negative x square. Normal subtraction. Change the signs. This will give you 22 x square. Now copy down the next element in a row, that is 142x. Now compare this dividend with your divisor. Here is single x, here is 2x, negative 22 extra. So apply negative 22x in the quotient. If you multiply it, you will get exact 22x square. Negative, negative, positive. 22 into 1 is 22x. Now subtract it. Change the sign. Negative will become positive, positive will become negative because subtraction is taking place and subtraction always changes the sign. This 22 will be cancelled out. If you subtract it, you will get 120x. Since 142 is greater and in front of it positive sign is there, so it will remain positive. Now copy down the last element, negative 120. Now here is x. Here also in the quotient we have x, but there is extra 120. Positive 120. Multiply it, you will get 120x, negative 120. Subtract it, change the sign. You will get 0 as a result, which is a kind of verification in order to check whether x minus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial or not. Which means x minus 1 and x square minus 22x plus 120 are the factor of this given polynomial. But x square minus 22x plus 120 is your quadratic equation. That means there is a scope of further reduction. So how we will reduce it? With the help of middle term splitting. Your product should be 120 and sum should be negative 22. Now find out such factors which give you product as 120 but sum as negative 22. So 12 into 10 can give you 120. Negative 12 into negative 10 can also give you 120 as result. But if you look at negative 12 and negative 10, this will give you sum as negative 22, which means negative 12 and negative 10 are correct factors. So how can we write it? X square negative 12x negative 10x plus 120. Group it, first two together, next two together, x minus 12. Here we can take negative 10 common. Why? First come first serve basis. So negative 10, this will become positive because minus sign is already out. Here is positive, one of the minus sign is out. That means we are left with negative sign 12. We need to check these two brackets. These two brackets should be exactly same. If they are not same, that means you have done something wrong. X minus 1 is already outside. You can take x minus 12 outside and you will be left with x and minus 10. So these are the three factors of given polynomial, and in terms of zeros we can say x minus 1, which means x is equal to 1. From x minus 12 you can say x is equal to 12, and from x minus 10 you can say x is equal to 10. So these are the zeros. 1, 12, 10 are the zeros, and when we find out the factors, then we will write in terms of x only.